guys, this is Jackie Ross, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Plano, Texas. And this is the third video in a series where I'm showing you a card using the hand delivered. The first two videos, I went into a lot of detail on how to use the stamparatus and how to get these multiple images. And so the next step, the final video today is I'm going to demonstrate how to use the blends to finish the coloring, and you get to see the finished cards. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to push this to the side. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and we're going to use the thick white cardstock. So to make our card, we're going to place our cardstock in here at the 4 1/4 mark, and oh gosh, I nearly cut, and then we're going to score. I don't know if you can see on here, I actually have written cut and score on my trimmers, on my blades, just so that I don't mess up, even though that's still no guarantee. So I've scored at 4 1/4, and I'm going to cut the cardstock in half at 5 1/2. So now I have my two cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my cardstock in here at the 3 1/4 mark. And I'm going to put my blade at the top, and I'm going to cut down to the score line here. Now the score line is easy to see, and there's a pointy piece on the end of the cutting blade, on both the blades actually, so that you know exactly where your blade is under here. So we're going to then take this out, rotate 90 degrees, again lining up your cardstock on this little ledge here. That makes sure you get a nice straight cut. Place this down here again, lining up your pointy piece with the cut. Oh, and we're going to come in here and cut this out. Ooh, I think I need a new blade. That's getting a bit hairy, isn't it? Okay. All right. Note to self. All right. We need to put a new blade in there. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is our cardstock. So our cardstock, I'm using Calypso Coral, and the measurements for this are 4 1/8 by 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and then 4 1/8 by 2 1/8. And then I have cut. Oh, can you see? I already actually did a video and messed up, so I'm redoing my video. So I had to take it apart to redo the video. Okay, so then the Designer Series paper. Oh, let's put this on here. The measurement for the Designer Series paper, which is the Tea Room Specialty paper, this piece on here is 4 inches by 3 inches, and then this piece is 2 inches by 3 inches. So this is going to go on here. So let me show you some of the other papers in this series. The paper comes in the 12 by 12, and it has this, it's called Tea Room Specialty. I love that you can mix the stripes. Imagine how pretty that would be in a card, these two together. And then this is another sheet. So it comes 12 by 12, and then these are some of the other papers in here. They're just gorgeous. A lovely color combination with that Pool Party and Bermuda Bay and the Coral and the Razzleberry, Rich Razzleberry. Okay, so we've got this part of our card. So let's go back to using our blends. So the blends come in a combo. You can either purchase one, or you can purchase them as a set with a light color and a dark color. Each pen has 2 tips. So one tip, if you look on here, there's a line, a skinny line, and the skinny line is for the bullet tip. And you can see how hard that was for me to get the lid off. That's because these are alcohol markers. So you need to have a very tight, secure lid so that they don't evaporate. So always keep your lids on your markers when you're not in use. Even if you're, got them on the table and using in between colors, try and just remember to pop those lids back on. And then the other end is the brush tip, which has the thicker line. So usually when I'm coloring, and I already colored in one of the balloons here, I usually start by putting a base of color in a light color down first. Now, what not to do. You don't want to scribble like this. You want to be gentle with the tips of your markers. And all I'm going to do, actually, I need to put my glasses on. Where are my glasses? I can't see. Okay, hold on. I have mine on a piece of string so I don't lose them, then I forget to put them on. Okay, so you're going to make these strokes around coloring in. So you're putting down a layer of color. you know, people often ask, well, what's the difference with, you know, why should I use the alcohol markers instead of the washable markers? Well, the Marvelous markers, the washable markers are great for coloring in as well. And of course, the advantage with the regular markers is that you can use those directly on your stamps when you want to add different colors to a stamp. Actually, I did a video on that just last month, so check that out if you want to see how to use markers directly on your stamps. But what the blends do is they give you a seamless blend of color. So you never see any of those lines of markers, you know. And let me show you. So for example, if I could just do this and see how you've got that, you know, you can see the big line there. But with the blends, because they're alcohol based, I'm now going to go, so that was the darker color. I'm now going to go back in with my lighter color. And I'm just going to make these small little circles. And you can probably see, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but as I'm blending, and the other thing with blends, you can't over blend. And so now I've lost that line. There was that harsh line there. Now it's completely blended. In fact, a good sign that you've done good blending is when you turn it over. Can you see how it seeped through? Good blending. That means I've really put a lot of color down there and blended. So anyway, oh, got a hair on there. So that's how you blend. So let me show you this is the finished little girl. So now we can go back and complete our card. I already stamped this with Love Celebrating You. As I mentioned in the earlier videos, I'm now going to put a dimensional under this, that these cards are actually for my downline, either for celebrating how many years they've been with Stampin' Up. July we had a big recruiting month, so my team grew quite a bit, so I'm sending cards to the new girls on my team and to the girls who recruited them as a, you know, to celebrate their just celebrate them. So can't get my words out today. Okay, so I need to stamp congratulations in the Calypso Coral. I love the font on this. This is a really cool font. Again, the stamp set we're using is hand delivered. It is a host only set, so if you place an order of at least $150, then you can get this free with your hostess reward dollars. Or you can book a party, invite some friends over and have them spend some money and get some products, and you can use it, you do it that way. But this is a fun set. Go to Pinterest, there are tons and tons of card ideas made with this stamp set with her. She has these funky legs. She's a bit knock-kneed, but hey, that's okay. All right, so now here's our girl. I did fussy cut her out. Now I've lost my oh, here we are, dimensionals. We're going to put some dimensionals just on the bottom part here, just on her skirt. We're going to close this, and before I take the back of the dimensionals off, I'm just going to place her. Okay, so she's going to go on the front of the card here. So we only want dimensionals here. We don't want dimensionals here because we want to be able to open our card. And then take the dimensional off the back of here, open, and then just kind of position this so that your message is actually going to be hidden by the balloons. So here we go. So here she is. She's celebrating, Love Celebrating You. There's also a happy birthday, words happy birthday in there. There's to the graduate. There's a thank you, hope you feel better soon, and a miss you. So pretty good selection of sentiments. But let me show you the card that inspired this one. Was this card here. This card was made by my friend Rolanda Patton, and it was one of the swaps I got on the Stampin' Up! Alaskan cruise. So thank you, Rolanda, for sharing that idea. Again, if you would, I'm going to have a printable tutorial. You can go to my blog, JackieRossStamps.com, and print that tutorial. And thanks again for watching. Bye. So what do you think? Pretty easy, right? If you'd like printable instructions for this, you can go to my blog, JackieRossStamps.com. And of course, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos, please make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Happy stamping!